So 2 pharmacists and about 8 techs who worked at this pharmacy, and there was a big gap between the pharmacists and the pharmacy techs. Finances for sure, a gap in education, a gap in literacy, and just like overall intelligence, in my opinion. The pharmacists on site both drove Teslas, and the rest of the cars from the techs were broken down cars that are probably used. Hello friends, welcome back to the Dr. Lexi channel. My name is Lexi. I am pursuing my doctorate of pharmacy at the University of Iowa, and today I'm just to be sharing my opinion about why I personally believe that a pharmacy technician is not a good career path long term. So I think if you're interested in pharmacy, you should be a pharmacy tech for sure, getting some experience. And if you like it, do not stay a pharmacy tech. I think you should work part-time as a pharmacy tech if you want to get experience, but you should be going to school to be a pharmacist or something that like science related that will get you more exposure to the pharmacy world, if that makes sense. So I think you should only be a pharmacy tech if you are going to school to get more education to do something higher than that position. So pharmacy technicians is good because it can be good because it requires very little training and education. I don't even think you definitely don't need any college degrees. You don't even need a high school degree to be a pharmacy technician. I think now you just need to be 18 years old and they will train you right then and there. And you do get a lot of like pharmacy experience, but there's very limited career advancement. Like you get trained to be a pharmacy tech, but that's all you could do. You could not move up at all unless you have higher education, such as like education of being a pharmacist or anything to that degree. You would need additional training and education if you want to do anything above just being a basic pharmacy technician. And pharmacy techs, I think, is a very low level job. Currently where I'm working, they get paid about minimum wage. We get paid $16 an hour to be a pharmacy tech, and that's around minimum wage. And if you do that full time, you're going to be making like $30,000 a year, and I don't think $30,000 a year is enough to live off of, and I don't think that salary is worth what pharmacy techs do, because I think being a pharmacy technician is a very difficult job, and it honestly could cause physical burnout in anyone. I only work a couple hours a week, and literally I don't want to be there more than 4 hours because it's just a lot. It is a lot. You have to deal with difficult customers at times. There's potential for errors and liability, and work-life balance challenges, of course, because they have you working long hours. Pharmacies are open on the weekends. Pharmacies are open literally like 12 hours a day, most pharmacies, and they have you working 40 plus hours a week, only making $16 an hour. And I just don't think it is so sustainable long term because of the emotional toll that it has on someone and the lack of, you don't get paid enough for it. And what brought this to my mind was, so I am a student pharmacist right now, and part of my education is we go on rotations where we see different pharmacies and kind of observe the pharmacists and what they do at their role. So last week I was placed at a pretty small pharmacy. I think it was privately owned. I'm just not going to say the name of it, but it was somewhere in Iowa. And so there was 2 pharmacists I observed and the rest technicians. So 2 pharmacists and about 8 techs who worked at this pharmacy. And there was a big gap between the pharmacists and the pharmacy techs. I'm trying to like literally everything. Like there's a gap in finances for sure, a gap in education, a gap in literacy and just like overall intelligence, in my opinion. And so the pharmacists on site both drove Teslas, and the rest of the cars from the techs were broken down cars that are probably used. So that made me see the wage difference for sure. Pharmacists have the opportunity to make over 6 figures, and pharmacy techs, again, if they're working full time, barely make $30,000 a year. And yeah, they just didn't seem to enjoy it. I think it's a grueling task to deal with customers, phone calls, insurance problems. There's so many problems that come up in pharmacies, so many. And it's the techs that have to deal with it a lot of the time and figure it out. And I noticed, so the pharmacy technicians all got Starbucks. Like, they did a big order of Starbucks, and then after they got the Starbucks, like literally almost all the techs were complaining about how much Starbucks is. Like, they're like, literally, I can't even afford this Starbucks. Like, those are the exact words. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, like, literally this was like 2 hours of pay or something, like stuff like that. Like, they talked about money a lot, and they did also like swear a lot and stuff like that. But like, you chose that job, you chose to be a pharmacy tech, and you're not making wise decisions by getting Starbucks. Like, probably they probably get it more than one time a week. That, I don't know, just you just need to be smart with your money. And I know money is not everything, but if you are interested in pharmacy, I really think you should pursue an education and get the training and skills that you need so you're able to move higher up. Again, I think that's the main thing, is pharmacy techs cannot really advance at all without a college education. So again, I'm just gonna say it one more time. If you want to be a pharmacy tech, try it out. See if you're interested in pharmacy. But if you really like pharmacy, I honestly think you should pursue a higher education, maybe become a pharmacist. I know a lot of techs have done that. Like, they worked as a pharmacy tech for 10 plus years and realized, wow, I think I want to be a pharmacist. So they went back to school. Like, there's people who are in school with me who are in their 30s and 40s who have children, but they knew they're not gonna be able to move up at all by being a pharmacy tech. So that's why they went to school to be a pharmacist, and they enjoy it a lot more because they love pharmacy. So again, if you love pharmacy, that's my advice for you. See if it's for you, and then go to school, get that degree, become that doctor, and get that bread. Work hard. I believe life is about growth and progress. So that's the main point I'm trying to take away here. So I hope this video helped you out. If you're thinking you're interested in pharmacy or not, just try it out. It won't hurt to try being a pharmacy tech, but see if you're generally interested in pharmacy. It's definitely not for everyone. But yeah, so I hope this video helped you out. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great week, and see you guys in the next video. Love you all.